Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about our experience aboard the MSC Seaside. Now this was a 7-day cruise and we actually left Port Everglades in Florida and took an Uber down to Miami. It was around $65. Now this was a 7-day cruise and this itinerary included Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve, which is their private island. We also went to Cozumel, Belize City, Costa Maya, and we also had 2 sea days. Now, I will have some videos about some of the ports. I mean, actually will only be about 2 of the ports. So be on the lookout for those in the future. I was still recovering from jet lag when I was on the Princess cruise, the previous cruise, and then also getting over a cold. So I have some footage from 2 of the places that I did manage to get to. So what about the food on board? What did it taste like and what was included? So what's included in this cruise is they have 2 main dining rooms, Islabonita, I think that's how you say it, and seashore restaurants. And you need to, these are the complimentary that's included. You do have assigned times, and a lot of Europeans eat later than Americans do. So our assigned time was like 7:45. So as soon as we got on the ship, I did go and had that changed to 5:30. And so we can do an earlier time. And then the seashore restaurant is open for breakfast, and Ipanema is open just for dinner. You also have Biscayne Bay restaurant, and that's on the deck 16, and you have Marketplace, which is on deck 8. So both of those are buffet restaurants. Okay, so the within the food category, you also have specialty dining. They do have a couple specialty restaurants, and you do need to make reservations for these. You have Butcher's Cut, which is the steakhouse. You have Hola, Tacos and Cantina, and the name says it well, it's Mexican. You have Ocean Key, which is seafood, Pan Asian restaurant and sushi bar, and Teppanyaki restaurant, and that was Asian and Japanese. So was the food good? I think overall the food was okay. The buffet for breakfast I thought was good, and but the rest of the day, not so much for me. And then the dinner and the dining room I thought was much better than the MSC ship that we had over in Europe. Also, today we tried to do brunch upstairs in the Butcher's Cut because we did that when we were on the cruise in Europe, and I really enjoyed it. And I booked a reservation and got up there, and they do not have brunch up there. So you do have to go down to the seashore restaurant for brunch if you want to do that. So, but nice if they had that on the menu. But they were pretty nice about it. But it's just steak in your regular menu upstairs. Did you have anything else you want to add with the food?
No, the best thing is you can get ice cream only free at lunchtime. So don't miss out on that from the buffet area. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you got to go to the gelato stand and get your gelato from there, ice cream from there. Mm-hmm. But the best thing about this, you do get free ice cream at lunchtime only.
Mm-hmm. Now, they do have ice cream. You can order it in the evenings, in the Ipanema, whatever, during as one of your dessert choices. But you have to order either ice cream or sorbet, so you can order it there as well. But yeah, he's right. You only get the ice cream in the buffet during lunchtime. They don't have it at dinner time. Okay, so I ordered room service as part of our perks, I guess, for getting this category balcony with you get a choice to select your own room. So Fantastica level. Anyway, it's just a continental breakfast. So I ordered fruit and coffee and some supposed to be croissants or some type of Danish. We'll see what we have here. Let's see what they have here. Yeah, so it's just pastries that they have in here too, and just that and some jam. Looks like I didn't order butter. I didn't order any sides, and I got a whole thing of coffee, a carafe of coffee. So I'm excited about that. So one of the little perks. We'll see what it tastes like.
All right, let's talk about the physical fitness on MSC Seaside. Okay, gym, standard gym, nice equipment that they've got there for the in the gym. Not as many treadmills as I saw on Princess, but still sufficient a number. Day 1 Sea Day, it was absolutely packed at 7:30 a.m. Now, by day 6, towards the end of the cruise, there's hardly anybody in there at 7:30. So I guess everybody hung out,
including me.
So I never found a jogging area, but the ship's big enough. You can walk outside, take the stairs versus the elevator. Try to continue to get yourself physically fit. Good mix of port and sea days, depending on what you like. If you like getting off at the port, then great. If you want to get off, like there was one tender port in Belize. All the other ports you can pretty much walk off, and very easy to get in and out of. Not too difficult gaining weight if you're doing intermittent fasting. That's easy. The buffet area, or depending on your status, like you can order room service and have your coffee or fruit bar to you a little bit later, and depending on what time you want to eat. For me, I try not to eat before 12 and be done by 6.
Yeah, like you said, the intermittent fasting is a lot easier, and us not gaining weight as much on this ship because, like I said, the food was good, but it wasn't like amazing. It was much better than the last MSC ship that we were on, but I don't think it'd be a challenge at all to worry about gaining weight on this cruise. In fact, we were on another cruise, another lady, and she said, "Oh, you can go to MSC to lose weight." So, yeah, it's not a problem at all on this ship. Okay, so the next section is life on board. As far as customer service, I thought that everyone had really good customer service overall on the ship. Everyone was accommodating, wanted to see what they could do to be of service to you. So I thought that was really good on this particular ship. And leading up to it, I know before we had really a lot of problems with MSC trying to do things beforehand, calling them up and things like that. Still not wonderful, but it just seems like they are getting better. And I guess because we did such a quick pivot with this, so we didn't have to spend as much time online beforehand trying to get things together. As far as the cabin, this cabin was very spacious, lots of room to stretch and spread out. The ship was simply beautiful. Of course, it's Italian cruise line, and their ships are simply gorgeous.
All right, I'm going to tell you, technology-wise, we started out with just the initial package of one device, and we placed that on our phone. However, we decided, okay, we would have to bump it up and be able to use it on a laptop. Well, when you read the description, it says this is the ideal package for a couple who wants to add 2 devices. So I read that to mean that not only could I put it on my laptop, but I can put it on hers. However, that was not the case. So we only used one laptop. We refused to pay the extra $135. We just said, okay, you can use my laptop if you need to make a Zoom call. Meeting people, this was not the cruise for me to meet people. This was a cruise for me to relax. Met a few people here and there, but for the most part, I relaxed. All right, so laundry on board MSC Seaside, it was extremely expensive. So what I recommend, if you're only going to do 7 days, don't worry about it. Just bring enough clothes for 7 days and you're done and you're getting off. If you've got some other cruises, some other plans back to back, then figure out where you're going to wash off board. Because we've been traveling for the last 3 months, we had to do laundry every 7 days. And so our 7 days was while we were in the cruise port of Costa Maya in Mexico. Walked off the ship, found a lavanderia less than 15 minutes from the seaport, and was able to use that lavanderia. Sea days, just relax, enjoy yourself, and have fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kevin really scored with the laundry thing, so that was really nice. I was a little nervous because he dropped it off that morning, so I'll come back this afternoon. I'm like, okay, the ship leaves. So we had to be back on board by 4:30, but it was fine. Picked it up at 1, no problems at all. I'm more than nervous Nelly type anyway, though. Yes, like you said, sea days, just relaxing. The actual areas of the ship didn't seem incredibly crowded until like you had when they were trying to get off of the tender boats to get in Belize, it felt crowded. Then some of the public areas, but pretty much this is a large ship where everyone can spread out, so it was enough room, I thought, for everyone. And then we had the balcony, so we were able to kind of chill out there and not have to worry about trying to find a lounge or a place to sit. So the only time it really felt crowded was, like I said, with the tender, and also when you're in the buffet later on. So if you're going to eat in the buffet, I would suggest do early morning because later on, as the service goes on, it gets really crowded. So I don't know if that's something that they can address as far as the design. It just seems like the buffet gets really crowded, but it was nothing like it was on the other MSC where it was like, everyone's like ravaging and pillaging to get food. It wasn't like that at all. Okay, so as far as activities on board, they have tons of activities for you to do. Only participate in some of them, but there are a lot available for you. They have dance classes. They had, comedy. Looks like they had a really nice comedian on, but like I said, first couple of days I got on, I didn't feel well, so I didn't get a chance to see her, but I think she was pretty good. I did do a production show last night that was pretty good. Not as like Broadway level as some of the other ships I've been on, but still very entertaining. The singers were really good. The dancers were great, but they do a lot of acrobatics, songs. You don't see huge shows where they have the change sets, where they change the setting or they change the costumes, big, amazing costumes. You don't see any of that stuff, but still just solid, I thought, entertainment on the as far as what you have here on the ship for you to do.
Music on board, there's jazz in the atrium, so that was pretty good. Love the jazz that they played out there. Any other music type genre that you're looking for, bring your headphones, enjoy. TV was so. You did have to pay for movies on demand. You had a few stations catering towards the Western market, but overall, that was pretty much it.
I thought that they really worked hard to try to keep you entertained. And they had like white night last night, so everyone had on their white, so it was really pretty. So I think they really do a lot to try to keep you entertained and having fun. Now, one of the things I do want to add is there are a lot of children on board. So if that's not your vibe, this may not be the ship for you. MSC is very family oriented. And so you're going to see a lot of kids running around, even though this is a school week. There were still a lot of kids on board. So, just be prepared for that because they do cater to families, big time. And if my kids were at that age, I would love to bring them on an MSC ship. I mean, you'll see on the tour, they have a huge water park area that's just wonderful for the kids. So, I would think being a kid on this ship would be a blast. So really cater towards families. And so there are a lot of children on board this particular ship.
All right, the question is, would I sell MSC Seaside again? Yes, of course. Basically, price point depends on what type of person you are. What do you like to do? You want a place just to relax, you want someone to make your bed, fix your food. MSC Seaside does all that with a big check, no issues. Compared to the European cruise on MSC, I give this one 2 thumbs up, big time. I did not care as much for the European cruise that I took with MSC, but the U.S. I did enjoy it much better. So glad I gave them a second chance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad we did too. Because I was really hyping up MSC and the one in Europe. Kevin was deeply disappointed. So I was, hey, he saw this one come up. He said, hey, let's try the one in here in U.S. And we did, and we liked it. I always would probably do it anyway, even the one in Europe, because of the prices are just amazing. They're really good prices, and for the ports that you go to. So, like I said, in Europe, MSC people look at it more as like transportation. It's like a bus, so get you from one port to another. So it gives you a chance to see a lot of different places. I think if you are going to do MSC, it's really nice to have a balcony, or if you can afford it, the yacht club, because you do have an elevated experience. And so some of the things or issues that you might have with being on MSC, to me, are mitigated somewhat by having either a balcony where you can have your own space or being in the yacht club. Both of those things will definitely help. So that's our video for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked our video, please give it a like, and so that it will push it out to more people, and more people can see our videos, and it encourages us to keep going and to produce more videos. Also, please put a comment below if you have sell MSC, or if you can recommend it or not. We would love to hear from you. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Take care, everyone, and safe travels.